Hello friends, in today's very special lecture we are going to understand the term entitled as a heat. Okay, and we are going to understand what is the definition of heat, what are the different examples of heat, then how that heat transfer is taking place, and along with that, if time permits, we are going to study whether that heat is nothing but high grade energy or heat is low grade energy, okay, depending upon the availability of time. Now let us start. Before understanding the definition of heat, let us take an example. Let us say that if we have to prepare a cup of tea, then which ingredients are required? Okay. Now meanwhile, keep aside the definition of heat energy. Okay. Let us say that we have to prepare a cup of tea or we have to prepare a cup of coffee. Okay. Then which ingredients are required? We might be in need of a pot, sugar, milk, ginger, gas, lighter, or here we can add tea or coffee powder or coffee beans and so on, depending upon which type of tea or coffee you want to prepare. Okay, now let us assume that we have taken all these ingredients in proper proportion and we have kept all these ingredients into this pot. Okay, in order to prepare a cup of tea or coffee, we have to use the gas or lighter. Okay, gas, or we can say it as a burner as well, or stove. Lot many names are there. With the help of those many devices, we are going to supply some form of energy which will increase the temperature of the ingredients which we have kept inside this pot. Here let us say that we are going to use the burner. Okay, with the help of lighter we are going to ignite this burner, and as soon as we are going to ignite that burner, some amount of energy will be generated at that location. That energy will be transferred towards this pot. Okay, and as the temperature of this pot is lesser than the temperature of these flames which we have produced as a result of burning process, as a result of that we are knowing that the energy is always flowing from higher towards lower. That might be any form of energy. Okay, and the energy which we are going to supply by igniting the burner, that energy is nothing but what? Heat energy. Okay, now with the help of this example you might have understood what is the real meaning of heat, but you cannot write this in your examination. In order to have the definition, we have to write the clear cut words. Now what is the definition of heat? Definition of heat is nothing but heat is nothing but one form of energy. Okay, it is what? One form of energy which is in a transient state. Okay, now here two more unknown terms are there. Which are those? What is the meaning of energy and what is the meaning of a transient state? Let us understand those meanings. Energy is nothing but what? Capacity to do the work. Okay, what is the meaning of energy? How much is the capacity of that device or that energy to do the work? That is nothing but the energy. Now what is the meaning of a transient state? Transient state means what? The energy we can't store for longer time. Okay, now let us take an example in order to understand which types of energies we cannot store for longer time. Let us say that you are having one thermos flask. Okay, let us assume that this is nothing but thermos flask, and inside this thermos flask let us say that the tea or coffee which we have prepared here we have kept inside it, and its temperature is, let us say that 50 degrees Celsius. This we have kept at 1 p.m. today. Okay, today at 1 p.m. we have prepared a cup of tea or cup of coffee, and that we have kept inside this thermos plus. I hope that everybody is knowing the meaning of thermos plus. Okay, now let us say that at 2 p.m. we are going to, today only at 2 p.m. we are going to measure the temperature of this tea or coffee which we have kept inside this thermos plus. What do you feel? Whether that temperature will be 50 degrees Celsius only? No, its temperature will be lowered. Might be possibility 40 degrees Celsius. It is not exact value, but let us say that its temperature is 40 degrees Celsius. Means here we can see that there is a fall in temperature by 10 degrees Celsius. From that, which conclusion we can draw? The fluid or the tea or coffee which we have stored here, and the energy which is possessed by that fluid or tea or coffee is lowered down, or we can say that that energy is transferred into some another form. And ultimately what we can say, the energy which is possessed by tea or coffee which is kept inside the thermos plus, we cannot store for longer time. That's why that energy is called as a energy in a transient state. So what is the definition of heat? Heat is nothing but what? One form of energy which is in a transient state.